Next is Lakshmi Girish. Lakshmi Girish from Research Scholar, Government Law College, Ernakulam, MG University. So you can
Good
start.
evening, good evening everyone. Today I'm here to present a seminar on the topic analysis of the family court system in protecting the rights of children. The disharmony in relation between the spouses, even of minor amplitude, affects the mental strength and confidence of the child. It develops a sense of insecurity in them, which seriously affects their educational prospects also. The breakdown of the joint family system results into the emergence of the nuclear family, which definitely develop a sense of insecurity among the members. There is no one to guide or mediate the spouses, which in effect results in disparity in their family life. The end of these disparities and disharmony among the members is the filing of litigations in family courts. It may be pertaining to divorce, custody, maintenance, guardianship of the children, or adoption, or anything else. The children are most affected by these litigations. Their mental and moral development, tender age, and childhood are mostly affected by these litigations. So, the movement to establish family code in India was initiated by the late Durga Bhai Deshmukh, the noted social worker from Maharashtra. At the beginning, the main reason for establishing family court was to provide speedy disposal of cases relating to women. The immediate reason for setting up a family women organizations, welfare organizations, and individuals for the establishment of special courts was for producing a forum for speedy settlement of family disputes. The government of India altogether took 10 years to pass the necessary legislations, and finally, the Family Court Act was passed in 1984. It was widely accepted. However, in Kerala, the family court was established only on 6th June 2002. Now let's move on to the establishment of family courts. Section 3 of the Family Courts Act 1984 provides the establishment of family courts. It states that the state government, after consultation with the High Court and by notification, establish in any area in the state comprising city or town where the population exceeds 1 million a family court. The state government may also establish family courts for such other areas in the state as it may deem necessary. Now let's move on to the jurisdiction of family courts. Family courts shall exercise the jurisdiction exercisable by any district court or any subordinate civil court under any law for the time being in force and can deal exclusively with the dissolution of marriage, declaration of the matrimonial status of any person, declaration of ownership of properties of the parties concerned, interim order of injunction arising out of marital relationship, declaration of the legitimacy of any person or guardianship of a person, or the custody or access of any minor, and suits for maintenance. Now, let's move on to the procedure to be followed in family court. As due to the lack of time, I am not elaborately explaining all the procedures of family court. I just simply stating the provisions. Section 9 to 18 of the Family Courts Act deals exclusively with the procedure to be followed in family court. As per these sections, in a family court, it can exercise the powers of the civil court and provisions of the civil procedure code as applicable to its suit and proceedings also. The provisions of criminal procedure code shall also apply to the proceedings under chapter 9 of that code before a family court. And the family court shall make every effort for a settlement in respect of to the subject matter of the suit or proceedings, and it should be in accordance with the nature and circumstance of each case. If either the family court or the parties so desire, even its proceedings may be held in camera, which in one way or the other beneficial for the well-being of the child. This is also provided under Section 11 of the Family Courts Act 1984. For promoting the welfare of the family and also in executing the functions imposed by this act, the family court can receive the assistance of medical and welfare experts. Experts who tender such reports can be examined and evidence, so adduce can be relied upon.
You can conclude, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's move on to some of the challenges faced by the family court in protecting the rights of children. And another peculiar feature of the family court is the role of counselors, counseling services provided in the family court system. That is also an important aspect regarding the family court. Now let's move on to the challenges. The main objective of the establishment of family court is for the speedy disposal of family court. for family cases. But unfortunately, this very objective is defeated since it is burdened with a lot of pending cases. That is one of the main challenges faced by the family court. Mental health and confidence level of children are badly affected by the overcrowded court atmosphere. Family court judges should not be impatient and they should behave with love and affection towards the children and should not do anything which may upset the children. And they should value humanitarian considerations. But deciding the cases, judges should ensure that their discretionary power is exercised in a manner which ensure the best interest and welfare of the child. Alternate dispute resolution techniques like conciliation, mediation applied in court is not satisfactory and not up to the mark as expected. So the counseling need to be completed within a stipulated time period, and there is a lacuna in the legislation regarding it, and hence it need to be rectified for speedy disposal of cases. And the judges who are having the aptitude and attitude to deal children and family matters need to be appointed. Honorable High Court, while appointing family court judges, need to be seriously consider these facts. And the absence of such judges is also another challenge faced by the family court. So there is a lack of in family court for the child to sit and wait and to meet their separated parents. So these are some of the challenge faced by the family court system.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.